Day 46 of my journey. I'm still in Eleum Loyce, but I have an objective this time around. I've got to free the Eleum Loyce Knights. And I freed one, but there's two more I gotta go free, so once I free those guys, then there won't be much else left standing between me and that crown. So let's do this thing. What's going on there, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic morning, because I most certainly am. My name is Azurblade, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. Today, we are continuing our journey through Eleum Loyce. And now that the blizzard is gone and I got those eyes of the priestess, I can see these guys over here. Because this knight was invisible before. And it's not just him either, but the one up here behind the ballista as well. Thanks for the free backstab. Nice. And over here is a Pharaoh's Lockstone, so let's just put that bad boy in here. And Toot, open sesame. And in here is a treasure chest. Inside said treasure chest is Durgo's hat. Nice, I got me a freaking hat. Let's see, Durgo's hat. Where is it? Durgo's hat. Where you be, Durgo's hat? There it is. Monoclad helmet or hat favored by blue-eyed Durgo, extends arrow range. The hero Durgo, an expert bowman, and his brother-in-law defended their homeland from aggressors. In spite of Lanfear's policy of isolationism, Durgo was well known even beyond its domain. Cool. And this is where we gotta go next. It's over this way, so let's get this hollow out of the way and continue on downstairs. And I'm gonna heal before I go down here because my armor isn't exactly the most durable. I don't have the highest defense in the world, even though this armor does look cool. But it is a worthy sacrifice. Oh, priest chime +8. It is a worthy sacrifice to not have that high defense, just so I can do this. I do so much damage and I roar to the heavens. And you know what? This alluring skull it's served me well a couple times, but I think I'm just gonna stick with the green blossom and stack it on top of the Chloranthy ring. Ow! So that way I can get super fast health and stamina regen. And I one-shot him with that attack. Nice. And we got more enemies in here. But thankfully I figured out the perfect combination to take these guys out, even with their stagger being as far back as it is. Just a light attack chained into the heavy attack. It's all you gotta do, and it brings them down no problem. Now, I'm gonna go upstairs first, because downstairs is typically where all the good stuff lies. So, let's go over here and get some Elizabeth mushrooms. You know what? I'm gonna de-equip the headstone, because I don't use it. That flame attack it's a novel idea, but I used it one time and was not impressed at the damage. And instead, I'm going to equip these Elizabeth mushrooms, because it's about time I start using these things. I've got 20 of them. I even went to the trouble of buying them from Agdane. I might as well use them. So, let's see. Ow! Nice. He is down. Now, if I remember correctly, there's an illusory wall somewhere in this place, but I'm not entirely sure where, so I'm gonna be hugging the walls a lot in this place. And we have another one of these awesome guys, and I have no idea how that missed me, but you know what? I will not complain. Nice. No item, though. I've noticed that those rampart golems have a really low item drop rate, and that makes me sad because I really want their armor. I'm not going to use it, but I like how their armor looks. And the Ring of Resistance +1. Let's see, what is this one do again? Ring of Resistance +1. Where would that be? It is somewhere. Where is it? Ring of Resistance +1. No, that's the Ring of Giants. Oh, here it is. Okay, so it's basically a better version of the status affliction resistance things. Gotcha. Let's use an Elizabeth mushroom. It's like a life gem. So yeah, it's a very helpful item to have. But it does not give you extra health. I don't know why, but I actually knew someone that thought it did. The nice thing about these Elizabeth mushrooms, though, is that if you overheal with it, and by that I mean if your health bar gets full, then the healing effect does not go away immediately like it would a life gem. It will continue healing you, even when you take damage after having full health. And it's very helpful to have. It's a great item, honestly. I love it. And it lasts quite a long time, too. I think it's not quite as long as an old Radiant Life Gem, but it's definitely longer than a Radiant Life Gem. Now, for this next part, I would recommend buffing yourself, because there's a Dark Spirit over this way. And now that I got all my buffs, let's get over there and beat them up. Bring it on, Castaway Witch. Haha, backstab. Oh. Wow, I one-shot her. I'll take it. Goodbye, Donna. And over here is another door, so let's backstab this guy and take him out. Ugh. No item. And here's our next Loyce Knight. You're free now, buddy. Get out of here. See, there you go. See you later, dude. A Knight of Eleum Loyce seeks the chaos. He sure does. Now, that's the way to go next, is up there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back this way because there's some extra goodies that I want to get over this way. I want to make sure I get as many items as possible before I move on because I'm not gonna have any reason to come down here ever again. So with that being said, let's continue on this way and see what we've got over here. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. And it looks like I was right to come over here. We got ourselves a treasure chest with wilted dusk herbs. Nice. Any illusory walls? No. Alright, let's go back to that elevator. And here I am. Let's go up elevator number 1. And thankfully this one's not very slow. It's a decent speed and it's also a small elevator, so not much to worry about there. And we're back here again. And this is where we got the Eyes of the Priestess, so it's a nice shortcut. And the convenient thing is that it leads to our next destination, which is over this way. So the level design of this DLC is actually pretty good in my opinion. All the shortcuts lead right to the next one, just about. It's good level design. And considering how bipolar the level design in this game is, it's always a welcome sight to see areas intersecting together and leading to one another. It's seamlessly like that. So yeah, just gotta go over here and pull this lever. And we're getting pretty close to the end of the game now. We're about 2/3 of the way through the final DLC, and all that's left after this DLC is the final boss, and it's kind of bittersweet, I'm not gonna lie. Finally getting near the end of this journey. Dark Souls 2 is a very lengthy game. And by the end, you definitely feel like you went on an adventure. For better or for worse. I love this game, but it definitely has its quirks about it. Oh boy, that's not good. I'm gonna take a sip of the old flask. But yeah, a lot of people actually don't like Dark Souls 2, and I can kind of understand where they're coming from at times. This game definitely does have some questionable design choices at times. But I wouldn't call Dark Souls 2 a bad game by any means. You just gotta learn some of its more quirky mechanics and learn how to play with them instead of just trying to play it like it's Dark Souls 1. Because every Dark Souls game plays somewhat differently from one another. And I like that. It helps the games give themselves their own identity, rather than just being Dark Souls 1, but more, you know? I don't like it when a sequel to a game is literally just the same thing. It just makes it feel like I'm just playing the same game. A good sequel, in my opinion, has gotta keep what worked from the original game, but also expand upon it in its own unique way. Now, let's not one-shot the Mimic. I got close, though. Goodbye, Mimic. And he dropped the Symbol of Avarice. I was wondering if I'd ever get this thing. So, the Symbol of Avarice. It is literally a Mimic head. And I wish I got this sooner because let's read its description. Headpiece depicting the avaricious creature that mimics treasure chests. Increases soul absorption and item discovery, but steadily drains HP. There's a curious tale of an incorrigibly, I don't know how to say that, covetous ancient deity. Clearly it has currency amongst some miscreants. Or this would have never been crafted. Okay, I had a hard time reading that for some reason. Okay, let's take a sip of the old flask. And now we can go up here. I believe... Oh, there's an item here. Dried roots. Yep, there's the invader. This is one of the goofiest invaders in this entire game. But first things first, here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to take care of all these statues. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use an Elizabeth mushroom. So that way, I can heal while I have full HP. And I'm just going to brute force my way through these golems over here. But I'm not going to kill these guys just yet. First, I'm going to weaken this one over here. So that way, that I won't have to worry about it too much. I'm going to die. Let's pop a life gem, just to be safe. And there goes the first one. And here comes this guy. Uh-oh. Hit him! Okay, good, I got them both. Good, good, good. Now that they're both dead, I'm going to go down here and pop a life gem or two so I can have all my HP back. And now that that's done, just bring him down. No problem. Wow, you're still alive. There he goes. Now, is this the room with the illusory wall? No. So far it isn't. And down he goes. Nice. This is going pretty good so far. I was admittedly worried about this part of the DLC because I remember that room in particular being really bad, but I don't know, I got through it pretty smoothly. Let's take care of this magic caster. And is this chest a mimic? No, it is not. And by the way, if he didn't talk to Alsana, I'm pretty sure this treasure chest was frozen before, so that would have sucked, having to come back here. Curved Nil Greatsword. I don't remember what that one is. A great curved greatsword with an ominous blade, one of the forbidden weapons sealed away by the Ivory King, formed by rock, tree, and the remnants of the most peculiar soul. It is said that the farther its wielder travels, the deadlier the blade becomes. And it's got pretty good stats. It's got an A scaling in strength and a C scaling in dexterity. You need 26 dexterity to wield it, though. So, unfortunately, I can't power stance this thing. Because I would need 50% more dexterity than it's required in order to power stance it. So, let's see. I would need 39 dex. So, yeah, not power stancing that, I'm afraid. And now for the goofy invader. Just turn around and he's that barrel. He used a silver talisman to hide. Oh. Now he hits decently hard, but not super hard. So just bait out his attacks. And then you can use your Estus Flask to heal. Let's see if I can parry him. Nope. Not quite fast enough. Let's heal again. And try this again. There we go. That's more like it. Ugh. Almost one-shot this guy. That's pretty impressive. That did it, though. Alright. Now with that done, you can open this treasure chest and not get backstabbed. Because I'm pretty sure that's what he was going to do, is backstab you. And you get 10 silver talismans, so you get the thing that he used to hide from you. The game's kinda goofy in that moment, isn't it? And that's just a shortcut back, so don't go that way. That's not a good idea. Instead, what you want to do is go this way, because the third and final Eleum Loyce Knight is over this way. And once you free him, then you're pretty much free to finish the DLC. You just gotta get past all these guys first. So, as always, you want to take out the golems, because fighting the magic casters and the golems at the same time is not fun. Thankfully, I do so much damage that it's easy to bring them down in just a few swings. Ow! Okay, that actually kind of hurt. Let's use Sacred Oath and get my damage up. Hey, I got his weapon. Nice. Take a sip of the old flask and let's see. Not quite 2 swings to take him down. I got close though. It still needed, or not quite 3 swings, not 2. And here you go. The final Eleum Loyce Knight is here. Open sesame. What's up, dude? You're free. Get out of here, buddy. See you later. Now let's go this way. A Knight of Eleum Loyce seeks the chaos. Yay! And over here is a shortcut that leads right to the castle where they all go. See what I'm talking about? The level design of this place is pretty good. I like it. It's very seamless. Of course, if you're playing co-op, it's pretty annoying to help out your friends at this place because you defeating Ava so early means you gotta go through this place with nothing but small soapstones if you want to get the items. There's the illusionary wall. So yeah, if you're playing co-op, it's a little less seamless than I'm showing right now, I'm afraid. Ow! Okay, that actually really hurt. Let's take a double sip of the flask. I do not want to die. Okay, now! Bad enemy! What? What the? That was weird, but it worked out in the end, so I can't complain too much. No item. That sucks. I was hoping to get one of their armor pieces, but alas, RNG is not that nice. Now, what you want to do next is go over this way. All the way to the end of the hallway. Or wait, hold on. Am I getting ahead of myself real quick? Ow! Stop attacking me! Thank you. I think I'm getting ahead of myself. Yep, I sure am. I have to go up that staircase first. Alright, so now that you're at the staircase, there's a very, very good item for you pyromancers up this way. So yeah, you could probably guess what this ring is, because we've gotten one for every element except fire. And that is the fire clutch ring, so there you go. Now you pyromancers can get a little more oomph with your flame attacks. Just as always, be sure not to get hit too much because your physical defense will be cut in... It won't be cut in half, but it will be cut down by a good margin. So be careful if you use this ring. Especially in this game where everything hits so hard. Now, what do we got inside treasure chest number 2? Anything good? Please be something good. We got the twin-headed great bow. I don't remember what this one is. Let's see. Twin-headed great bow. Where are you at? There you... Oh, possessed armor great bow. Never mind. Here it is. A great bow made of animal bone. The fine craftsmanship suggests that it originates in Lanofear. The unusual design appears to have ceremonial implications, but may simply be intended to intimidate foes. Sometimes intimidation is all you need. So as far as I'm concerned, go ahead and have your intimidation factor. Now we gotta go to the Grand Cathedral. And now that I've freed all 3 Eleum Loyce Knights, now let's go talk to Alsana and see if she has to say anything about that. Hopefully she does, but I don't remember. Let's find out together.
Many of Eleum Loyce's faithful knights followed their lord into the chaos. one of them returned. The king's dutiful subjects waited patiently for his homecoming, but it was too long a wait to bear. The knights, reborn, will follow your word. Many of Eleum Loyce.
Okay, that's all your dialogue.
The knights.
So now with that being said, you can go over this way, past the doors, and here they are. All the knights. And they're all getting ready for battle. Now, I'm gonna come out and say it. There's another item in this place that's similar to Covenant items that can only be gotten from past this fog wall. I am going to get it off screen because I do not want to spoil what's down here just yet. It's not going to be next video that I go down here, but the video after next video, though. But like I said, I will get the item that I need off screen between videos, because you need 50 of them. And it's pretty rare, not quite to the same level as a Covenant drop, but it's pretty tough to get, so it's going to take a while. And I might get a couple more levels with that. So with that being said, I'm going to end it here. Next time on Dark Souls 2, we will explore the worst area in the entire Dark Souls trilogy. And I am not excited at all. See you guys next time. Take care, everyone.